Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and if you're new here, hello. My name is Ashley. I run things here at ohcrowgal. This sign is crooked. Now it's more crooked. Like I said, my name is Ashley. I run things here at ohcrowgal, and today, as you can tell by the title, you are watching my week 3 Keto Chronicles update video. Oh my gosh, you're watching this? Well, actually, I have no idea when you're watching this, but this is being uploaded on a Tuesday. Normally I get it up on a Monday, but y'all, I don't know what has happened. Well, I know exactly what has happened. We went to Disneyland, which required certain taking off of work, and we went in the middle of the week. So that just kind of like threw off my entire, like what I know to be my schedule. And so then you're like, what day is it? This is weird. It's not the weekend and he's not working. Like that threw off everything. Then it was my mom's birthday. And then today was MLK Day, so Serena had the day off. So like, I'm just feeling like super discombobulated, and essentially I just did not have time between all of that going on and work, I did not have time to film my update. So here we are. I'm actually filming this in between classes. Again, if you're new here, I teach English online, and I had a standby class before I started filming this, and I didn't get called in to teach, so I had some time, and I'm like, this is perfect. I can film it now. I'm upstairs in my office. It's quiet. There's no toddler running around. Last week I had mentioned how it was going to be a lot more like put together this week. I was going to have like my notes really like organized and flowing, and that's not happening. Maybe next week. That'll be a goal for next week. But that's not happening today. So essentially what I'm going to talk about today is last week and how I felt, along with how we did at Disneyland. Did we stick to keto? What did we eat? Then I also wanted to talk about, we ate out one other time last week, and I wanted to touch on that. So I just think I have some good options in terms of like, if you go out to eat, what can you eat on keto? Then we'll talk about my weigh-in, and goals for next week. I had mentioned last week that I was going to review some keto snacks that I had picked up in my grocery haul, but I actually reviewed those in this week's grocery haul. So you guys will be seeing that. I don't know if it's gonna go up Wednesday or Thursday, but you'll see the review of the products from last week in that video, just FYI. All right, so last week we went to Disneyland. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing. Daisy had the time of her life. Pirates of the Caribbean was her favorite ride, which shocked me. It was just, we had a blast. Somehow the weather gods were on our side, and because it was crap weather last week, and it literally poured the entire drive to Disneyland and dumped rain the first 5 minutes we were there, and literally the last 10 minutes that we were in like downtown Disney before we got on our bus to go back to the hotel. It was like the first 5 minutes and the last 10 minutes, everything in between was like beautiful. It was either clear or kind of like misting rain. So it was just the best trip. But let's go ahead and get into the food. So we started out our day, and I had mentioned this last week that, you know, we wanted to do our best, but we were like pretty certain we weren't going to eat keto, and we were kind of okay with that. I think that, you know, like having a cheat day or a cheat meal or whatever is a lot easier in the sense of you don't want to keep eating it and eating it and eating it and eating it when you're farther into the diet. Obviously, if you're doing keto for the first week and on day 5 you want to have a cheat meal, that's probably not going to work. Like, you're probably going to have your cheat meal and then you're going to be, you know, off the rails and just back to how you were eating before. But we have been doing this for 16 days, 17 days, and so we were kind of like, we'll do what we can, but we're probably not going to eat keto. So we started out the day, we got Starbucks. I'm just gonna like run through everything that we ate, like just so that I'm like, I just want to be like completely transparent, full disclosure. We started out the day really good. We got Starbucks, we got the sous vide egg bites. Those do have carbs. I think it's 9 carbs. But it's obviously like pretty much the lowest carb option you can get at Starbucks. So we got that like for the drive up. And then when we were at Disney, in summation, no, we did not eat keto. It was just honestly too hard. And one thing I would say is I think that it's doable if you were to do your research. So Disneyland is really great because they literally have menus from every single place, even if it's a cart, even if it's a food cart in Disneyland, they have a menu for it on their website. So I think that if I were to have done my research beforehand and known exactly the places that we were gonna go and specifically what we were gonna eat, like I'm talking like literally taking it down like in my phone, I think we could have done it. But it's really hard when you're with a toddler to like really like focus and look at a menu and think to yourself, this could be keto, this could be that, I could swap out this, I could have this instead, I could not eat this part. You don't have the time or like the mental patience to do that. So for lunch, I ended up getting the shrimp po' boy, and I didn't eat the bread. So I took out like all the lettuce, it had like a mayo, like aioli on it, and then it had shrimp, and they were deep fried. Well, I mean, I shouldn't say they were deep fried. They were like breaded because they were clearly like breaded and then like sauteed in a pan or something. So I basically ate like the shrimp and then the lettuce and tomato like mixture, and then it came with kettle chips, and I had like 2 chips. Kettle chips are like not my favorite. Now, if there would have been fries, I would have housed the entire thing. But I wasn't even really tempted with the kettle chips. And honestly, you guys, like I was really, I'll keep going and tell you like what else we ate, but I was really proud of us because yes, we did not eat keto, but we did not go ham. We were not eating like churros and popcorn and snacks and stuff like all day long. We weren't eating like crazy carb loaded meals. Like we were still like kind of sort of trying to be healthy, like with knowing that like we couldn't make it fully keto. So anyways, that's what I got. Cernan got the like, I think like the French dip, and he kind of did the same thing I did. He like took his bun off, ate the meat with the dipping sauce, and then he ate most of his chips. Then Daisy got a churro. This is like all from memory, so just bear with me. Daisy got a churro, and I had like maybe 1 or 2 bites of that. She like ate almost the entire thing. She was so stoked on it. I got a beer, which obviously is not keto. When we jumped over to California Adventure Park, I got a beer, and then that was all that we had until dinner. We really didn't snack like at all. So for dinner, we went to this like New Orleans jazz kitchen place in downtown Disney. I had the shrimp and grits. They were, the shrimp was not like breaded or deep fried or anything. They were just sauteed. Now, Lord knows what they were sauteed in, and maybe something that wasn't keto. I'm not trying to say like, this is a keto meal, but they weren't breaded. And then I ate about half the grits, which obviously, this hair is bugging me, which obviously are not keto. I'm trying to think of what Cernan got. I think Cernan got a pasta, and that was that. That was our Disney trip. Like, no, we did not eat keto, at all. But again, you guys, if this were us, like let's say we weren't doing keto and we were just going to Disneyland, we would have eaten so much worse. Like, I know we probably would have gotten beignets in New Orleans Square. I know I would have drank more for sure. I probably would have gotten a churro when Daisy got a churro. Like, I think, you know, to think of it like that is important, because even if you do keto forever, like there are going to be times where like you're gonna have to eat things that aren't keto, or you really want to stick to keto but there's just no option. You know, there's going to be these circumstances that come up, and yes, if I would have done my research, we could have stuck to the diet, but I didn't, so we didn't. And I'm completely okay with that, because you know what? The next day we were back to business, and I don't have cravings for those foods. I'm not like, oh, now I've had it, so now I want more. No, ma'am. Like I'm like I was ready to jump right back on the train. So that was last Wednesday. So Thursday we were back in business, and we've been back on keto ever since. So the last, what, 4 days. So kind of sticking with the whole like eating out theme. I also just wanted to touch on the fact that we went to this place. It's called Wood Ranch. Grill. I don't know. I'll put a link below. I think it's a chain. So I think it's in other, I'm just checking the time, in other cities and states too, but it's essentially like a smokehouse kind of place. Like they have ribs and brisket and pulled pork, like that's what they're known for. And we were gonna be out all day, we were furniture shopping, and we're like, oh, where can we go for lunch where we could eat keto? So I looked up a bunch of different restaurants, I looked at nutritional information, I looked at their menus. So this is kind of like a way to, you know, how I'm saying like at Disney, I should have done my research, I could have. I did my research this day, right? Like I was Googling stuff and I'm like, oh, this place would be perfect. So Cernan and I ended up getting, we shared a Caesar salad, which I think was like 4 carbs per serving. So we shared a Caesar salad and it had 2 servings. We shared a Caesar salad. We got roasted broccoli. We got a half slab of ribs without the sauce. So it just had the dry rub. And then we also got an order of the balsamic shrimp, which were like 0 carbs. So that's just like a way that just totally goes to show that like eating out is doable. And I know a lot of you know that, especially if you do keto. Like keto's not like impossible. Like almost every place has meat, like you can figure it out. But I just think like, you know, if you do your research and you look at the menus, like alternate to how I did at Disney, alternatively to how I did at Disney, it's completely doable. You can do it. So that's kind of that on the whole eating out and how we did at Disneyland. In terms of how I felt last week, I felt amazing. I mentioned it on my Instagram story, so if you're not following me there, make sure you follow me. And I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in my grocery haul, but like this is the actual keto update video, so I feel like I have to talk about how I felt last week. And just now, I just feel so good, you guys. Like, all my clothes are fitting better. Like, I'm putting pants on that, like, it's interesting because when we first did keto and even after when we stopped, but I kept the weight off, like, you know, my pants were still fitting fine. And then it was like November, December when I kind of started to put on weight again, and then none of them were fitting. Now they're all fitting again. My shirts are falling and laying the way that I want them to. I just feel so good. Mentally, my head's more clear. I'm so much more patient with Daisy. I'm getting better sleep. It's easier for me to get up at 3:30 in the morning to teach my classes. I'm just like, I feel like I can do anything. I just want to like kick butt and like take names, and like I'm just feeling so good. And you know, again, you'll probably hear this again in the grocery haul because I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in there, but all of this just reconfirms, you know, going into week 4, we're almost wrapping up our first month of doing keto for the second time, that it all just confirms that this is the diet for me. Like, everyone's different. Everyone has different health issues, what they can eat, what they can't eat, and every diet, I mean, it's food that you're putting in your body to give your body energy, so everyone is different. I don't think keto can work for everyone, but it works for me, and I'm just so appreciative that I found it. I'm so thankful, and I'm truly like really proud of myself. And I don't think that that's cocky to say. Like, I'm proud of myself that I've stuck with it now for almost a month and that I'm feeling good. So there's no for me, there's no temptation. Like, there's no temptation to want to eat that food again. So I'm just feeling great. So my weight. So last update, when I had weighed myself, I was 146, and this morning I weighed myself and I was 144.8. So that's a loss of 1.2 pounds, which I am completely happy with. My kind of goal, which I don't think that I've shared this, but my weight goal is I want to try to be down 10 pounds by February 1st. So that gives me 10 more days. And I've already lost, I'm at 144. So I've already lost 7 pounds. So in 10 days, I want to lose 3 more pounds. And I think that that's doable. I think I can do that. So I'm down for a 1.2 pound loss, especially after like going slightly off the rails when we went to Disneyland. Like, that's fine with me. All right, so in terms of this, I was gonna say next week, but I guess it's technically this week because today's Monday. I'm still trying to drink more water. I'm trying, but it's so hard. I hate water. I hate it so much. And yes, I know there's a lot of people that put like Crystal Light or the Mio drops or stuff like that, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just like chugging my sparkling water, and cause it's still water. Like when I was pregnant, I told my OB, like, I know you're supposed to drink a lot of water when you're pregnant, but I only like sparkling water. And she's like, that's water. And when I say sparkling water, I mean like LaCroix and stuff. I don't mean like the flavor, like super flavored. And she's like, no, that's totally fine. So I'm just trying to be on top of that, trying to drink more water, but it's still a goal for next week. I'm hoping by like, maybe in like 2 weeks, I'll be like where I need to be in terms of water, and I'll just know that that's how much I need to drink. You know, it'll just be habit. Like I just naturally drink that much every week, but we'll see, or every day. And then also we are going to a wedding on Friday, and I mean, it's buffet, so and it's gonna be a really, really nice wedding. The wedding is for family only, and then they're just doing a huge reception, which is what we're invited to. So I would assume it's going to be easy to find something to eat. And it's open bar. So I've already told myself I'm just gonna be drinking my vodka soda, because I can't do the wine when I'm on keto, because I'll just drink like glass after, especially at like an open bar wedding, I'll just drink glass after glass after glass. So so I guess my goal is that like I want to make sure that I stick to keto at the wedding, which I don't see why we wouldn't be able to, but you know, it's an event, right? Like it's an extra event that pops up that, you know, these things happen when you're on diets. Obviously you're living your life, these type of things are going to happen. So I'm just hoping that there will be options for us and that I can stick to it. I feel like keto is really easy because you can really turn almost anything that has meat into a keto meal. Like it's a burger, take everything off, eat the meat and the veggies. Like I think it'll be fine, but it's definitely something that like I'm thinking about. So yeah, guys, that's it for this week. I hope that was informative. I hope it wasn't like too all over the place. I will try to get my act together for next week. Like I said, I just feel like the best word is just discombobulated. Like I just feel like, you know how everyone was joking the week, like online and stuff, the week in between Christmas and New Year's, where everyone's like, what day is it? Like, oh, I don't know, what day is it? What am I doing with my life? That's how I feel right now. Just with, I am working like extra hours, extra days now. Cernan's been off. Like it's just, I just feel so like out of whack. But so I hope that this all, there was at least a thread of some type of like consistency throughout this. But if you like this video and you want to keep up with me on my keto journey, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. The next video you guys will see from me will be, like I said, either Wednesday or Thursday, and that will be my keto grocery haul for this week. I found a lot of new keto snacks and even ice cream to share with you guys, so make sure you stay tuned if you want to hear about that. And yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to me and watching me. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, friends.